the Lakhani Group Global, crafting the future of hospitality in venture capital.
A warm welcome to all our esteemed participants. Thank you for joining us today. And we are really thrilled and excited to have you all join us today for today's webinar. So my name is Bandha Mukta, and I'm the Investor Relations Officer with TLG Global. And I'll be all throughout the session moderating and even speaking, telling you more about our company throughout the session. So let's explore the opportunities ahead. We will be focusing on European residency, specifically, how to get a residency and citizenship in Europe by investment. So we will be focusing on Portugal and Latvia as two main countries. And we have an exciting lineup of speakers. Today we have, Arunima, can you go back to the speaker slide? We have our Director of Business Development, Carlos Kiri. We have Dr. Prashant Ajmera. He is immigration lawyer and author and also heads the Ajmera Law Group. We have Gopal Kumar, who is also an immigration expert and works as an independent consultant. So I would like to welcome you all, for this exciting session, and we look forward to hearing all of you today. Most of you know that TLG Global is committed to providing comprehensive solutions for individuals seeking to expand their horizons and enjoy the benefits of securing European residency. So with an impressive track record of 27 plus projects across the globe, over 130 million euro worth of asset portfolio and 300 plus investors, we are committed to assisting you navigating this journey smoothly. Our expert panel, which I have already introduced, will share insights, answer your questions and queries that you might have, and guide you through the process, ensuring you leave feeling informed and empowered. So please feel free to post your questions in the chat section, and we will have one segment specially assigned to address the questions towards the end of this webinar. So with this, let me thank you once again for joining us today. And let's see what we have in store in residency and citizenship in Europe. A bit of a disclaimer that this presentation is only for Luxe Smart Hospitality Investment and Portuguese, our fund. So providing insights into TLG Global and its subsidiaries. It is not an offer to buy, sell securities or provide financial, legal or regulatory advice. So we request you please do not share publicly without, written consent. So with that, let's move ahead. Let me give you an overview about our company. So TLG Global is a more than 40-year-old company, started basically in India. By our founder member, so Mr. Ramzan Lakhani and his wife, Mrs. Yasmin Lakhani. And after that, they moved to Canada. And here in Portugal since 2018. So the company has its headquarters in Lisbon, Portugal. And apart from that, we have offices in Latvia, in India, of course, in Dubai, in China, and now we are expanding to more countries as well. So basically, TLG Global, what we do is we are real estate developers and asset managers. So apart from having our own fund in Portugal, we are also licensed by a very esteemed organization in Portugal, the CMVM. We are also licensed to manage other funds as well. So this is something about us, and as I was mentioning that we have almost 27 projects across the globe, 300 plus investors, and more than 1,000 visa applications, that we have applied. So being an investor relations officer, I work very closely with all our esteemed investors who have invested mostly with us, through the Portuguese Golden Visa, and also a few of them who have also joined us in the fund and in Latvia residency program. So this is a bit about our partners. So we are really privileged and honored to have partners like, the Wyndham Group. Most of you may already know about this group. It's one of the most affluential hospitality management or hospitality brands over the world. They have almost 9,000 hotels everywhere across the globe. So we have a collaboration with them, and most of the hotels that we will be operating will be under the Wyndham brand. So it would be might be Ramada or the other brands that Wyndham has. Now in Latvia, we have partnered with NXM consultants who take care of our consulting and taking care. Can we go back to the previous slide? With who takes care of the journey of our investors in Latvia, right from checking the documents, due diligence, till the entire process, till the time they receive the residency. So we have an XM Consulting. In Portugal, we have CVCC. It is our own construction company. We are also launching our own brand of hotels called L Hotels. L Hotels, and in Portugal, we have collaborated with IIS. It is a legal company related to immigration services. So these are some of our esteemed collaborations all over the world. Next slide. I think next slide talks more about our projects, more specifically the ones that are in Portugal. So L Towers. L Towers is like a premium residential like a complex situated in main Lisbon. So it is a very premium residential complex. Then we have L offices, we have L students, and other projects as we will be having 3 of our hotels that we are looking forward to opening probably this year or probably in the beginning of next year, which is Wyndham Garden, Alentejo, Alcazar do Sal. One is L Hotels Fatima, and the third one is Wyndham, Wyndham Gardens, Wyndham Residency at Lourish. So it is just 15-20 minutes away from Lisbon, a very beautiful project. It is a villa project which has 36 premium villas. So these are a few of our projects which we look forward to having operational this year or at the beginning of next year for sure. Moving forward, this is something about our fund. So apart from the Platinum Fund that I was talking about, these are the other 2 funds that we have already had and seen success in these funds as well. So as you can see, the size of the fund for CNB fund or EOS is, it's a huge fund with with a high rate of internal returns. So CNB fund is almost 17.7%. And OSS, so even though it is smaller compared to CNB, just 23 million, but it has 13.98 internal rate of return, so which is really remarkable. And if you see the debt to equity ratio, it's also very less. In OSS, it's almost 0, and even loan to value ratio is almost 0 in OSS. So this is just a bit about our own track record. So and about our company. So yeah, let's move ahead. Yes. So today we have with us Dr. Prashant Ajmera. A little bit of introduction about him. So he is an Indian lawyer, a Canadian citizen, and founder of Ajmera Law Group, an Indian law firm involved exclusively in the practice of residency and citizenship by investments, so which is RCI, to countries such as Canada, US, European countries, and Caribbean islands since 1995. He also has authored a number of articles on the aforementioned subject and written 2 books, namely Millionaires on the Move and How to Plan for Your Child's Foreign Education in 2021, Myth versus Reality. He is also invited as a speaker at many RCI conferences in India and abroad. So it's a great honor for us to have Dr. Ajmera today with us. Welcome, Dr. Ajmera, and over to you. Thank you so much for being there with us today.
Thank you. So, my introduction is already given, but for the benefit of are we going to the next speaker, or you want me to speak something?
The stage is yours, Dr. Ajmera. So please feel free to share your views.
So basically, we talk about the residency and citizenship by investment. I know that you must have heard about before as well, but I would like to emphasize a few things to the listeners and to the audience and our future clients about the residency and citizenship by investment program, particularly the clients who are coming from in India and the neighboring countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal. That residency and citizenship program, generally I received a question from the people, which is the best country to immigrate and which is the cheapest country to immigrate by investment? I think this is the legitimate questions coming from their side. But as a lawyer, I do not answer that question, but rather say that what is your goal? Why you want to immigrate? And then as an investor, you have to look into the various aspects. Depending on your personal background, you have to look into the number one. Are you doing it for your children's educations and their futures? Are you doing it for your business immigrations? That for your business, that means you want to expand your business. Are you doing it for the retirement? Are you doing it for the purpose of tax planning? Are you doing it for the ease of travel so you can travel visa free? Probably you already have the other relatives in that region or a country, and that's why you want to immigrate. So this variety of reasons are there which one needs to look into it and then make a decision that, okay, Portugal is the country for me to go because it meets this objective. So that's particularly for the investors, it's very important to do this work or a due diligence before they start asking questions. That which is the cheapest place? Yeah, cheapest place could be Dubai, say for example. You can go to UAE, register your company in $10,000, probably every year you pay $5,000-$6,000, and you can have a resident visa of Dubai. But does it serve your purpose? I know a number of consultant and agents advertisement do get the Dubai or a UAE resident visas or a business visas for $15,000 or something like that. But does this serve your purpose? If you have a children going to a school, you want them to study in a university, then UAE may not be the right place for you, because they have some university, but they don't have all the different universities where you want your children to study. So how does that make sense? So these are the different aspects one needs to look at it. Also, I generally try to divide the residency and citizenship in 3 different regions. One is the 5 English-speaking countries or 6 English-speaking countries, which is USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, and Ireland. And that's where most of the peoples are interested in going. The second one is our European group, or a bouquet or European residency and citizenship by visa, which is popularly known as a golden visa. Portugal, Spain, Greece, Latvia, Malta, and Cyprus, these countries are there as well. And then the third group is our Caribbean islands, where we talk about the Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbados, St. Lucia's, and Dominica. But these 3 different areas of the residency and citizenship serves a different purpose for a different thing. So that's, again, you have to look at it. Okay, I can put $100,000 or in $150,000 in a donations in St. Lucia, and I can get a passport. But does it serve my purpose? Like I had one client asking me that I don't want to pay my tax in India as I'm paying too much tax. And I want to buy a Grenada passport. I said, okay, but sir, where you are going to stay? So he says, well, I'm going to continue staying in India. Well, I said, better you go and speak to your chartered accountant. Probably you will not be getting any tax benefit if you're going to continue that. So people has a different misconceptions and different ideas, and that needs to be clear. And then you decide that which country you want to go and you want to do it. Right now, I think I'll stop at this one. Then I'll ask Mr. Gopal to come and give his introductions, and probably he can talk more about it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ajmera. That was truly insightful. And as you rightly said, just to move to a different country, that shouldn't be a goal. I mean, that can be a goal, but whether it serves the purpose of why exactly we want to move, to a different country is very important. And till the time we don't know the exact reason ourselves, it doesn't make a difference. So I think there are experts like you in the industry who are there to guide anybody and everybody who wants to move, whether it be for any reason, but we are there, and it really matters to work with a professional and such an experienced person like as yourself. So thank you so much for sharing that. And yes, we will be having a lot of discussion towards the end, and we would like to listen more from your side as well. So thank you so much for sharing that. So, so with that, we will move on to our next speaker, Mr. Gopal Kumar. He is a citizenship and residency by investment consultant with a background in global investment management and a published visual and literary artist. So his professional journey reflects a strong global perspective and a commitment to access and opportunity. An Indian national, Gopal has been granted permanent residency in both Singapore and Canada. That's wow. Experiences that have broadened his understanding of global mobility. His volunteer work with Tibetan refugees in Dharamshala, where he was recognized by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, served as a pivotal movement in shaping his mission to help others find freedom through global access. That's truly remarkable, Mr. Gopal Kumar, and we are really fortunate to have you with us today. So the stage is yours. Please go ahead, and thank you so much again for joining us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Always a privilege to be on a TLG forum. As Mr. Ajmera, who has so much experience in the industry, said, the need of the client is the primary, motivation to judge. And I wanted higher education. So my need, for example, was to gain access to higher education, which is how I first went to Singapore, where I was admitted in one of the universities, and then worked at Cambridge Associates in asset management. So then that work and the education led to the permanent residency there. After which also in the Western world, which is the more English-speaking white world in Canada as well. And so my own personal journey of acquiring these two residencies and also an asset management background motivated me in this industry. And specifically in the context of India, the knowledge of the industry is still emerging. So I have also worked with clients in North America, for example, in the US, where a lot of them want to have Portugal as a backup option, especially with Trump coming in, and the democratic side of liberals who are not supporting the crackdowns that the Republican Party, led by Trump, is doing. And so there, the knowledge of these programs is higher, and the capital transfer limits are also higher. Which can be some of consideration in India market. For example, India doesn't allow dual citizenship. And so when we talk about citizenship for investment, it's sometimes important to clarify that there is also a residency for investment, in which there will be an option to give up citizenship later, but then they would still have access to the European ecosystem through the residency itself. So, that kind of differentiation between citizenship and residency, and also the mechanical process of capital transfer, given the lower limits and higher tax collected at source and these other sort of technical issues in India, makes the India market a bit more emerging at the moment. Perhaps will be more evolved in a way in, say, 5 to 7 years. So, it's good to, have this exposure to the India market as well during this initial times. And thanks again for the TLG platform for bringing in programs like Latvia and Portugal for the global market, including India.
Great. So I think I'm echoing. So thank you so much for sharing that, Gopal. Definitely, what you said makes a lot of sense. So thank you so much for sharing. We definitely have a lot of to discuss towards the end of this session. So please stay with us. Great. Next we have. Am I echoing?
Yes. Seems you are having some technical difficulties, Bendy.
Yes. Carlos, can you?
We seem to be facing some technical issues. I don't know. Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So I will just introduce myself. I think Bendy is having some connectivity issues. Sometimes it happens. We love technology, but sometimes technologies also have these pranks on us. But let's carry on. So I'm Carlos Quirin. I'm the Director of Business Development at TLG Global. So first of all, I would like to thank a lot to our distinguished guests. It's an honor to be among. So if you don't mind me saying, gentlemen, two heavyweights of the industry. So given your track record and your experience in the industry, it's really an honor to be sharing the space with you. So I will try to explain also a little bit more about our products. And we will have some time to discuss after about the entire immigration, residency by investment industry. Would love to hear your thoughts as well. But our guests also want to hear about our products as well. I believe the options that we have on the table as TLG Global. So Bendy has clearly explained in the beginning what is TLG Global, what do we do, where we are, our offices worldwide. So one thing just I want to add on that is that if you are seeing this and if you are in Indonesia, if you are in India, if you are in the United States, wherever you are, one thing you can be sure, we have always someone available to get your call. So we work on 24-hour shifts, let's call it like that. So we have offices worldwide, so we can always be there to clarify your questions through WhatsApp, through Zoom. We have someone always available to address your queries because we work in different time zones. And this is also the benefit of having a global company, assisting you in this journey if you decide to go forward. So if we can move to the next slide, please. Okay, so I'm starting by presenting our Luxe product. So Luxe is our recently launched product in Latvia. For those who don't know, Latvia, it's on the north in Eastern Europe country, borders with Lithuania, Estonia, and Russia. Okay, it's also a member of the European Union, Schengen space, and also a member of NATO. Okay, so going to the next slide, please. I think we have some more information about it that I would like to disclose. As I was saying, Latvia presents itself as a political and social stable country, is a member of NATO, as I said, border the countries that I mentioned before, and it's have access to the Schengen space, provides to its residents access to free and universal health care, also free universities as well. They also provide a favorable tax and fiscal regime. Okay, we'll have some notes more at the end of this webinar regarding this. And it's a country with 100% literacy rate. Well, it's 99.97% to be more accurate. So it's a well-educated country. As Dr. Ajmera so very well pointed out, sometimes the English may be a barrier or a plus for the decision making of moving or not moving to a country. So Latvian, and we have our teams on the ground, and sometimes people see public officers, they don't tend to make so much effort, to answer to the let's call it, not the clients but the investors' questions. Well, let me tell that in Latvia you will find, I would say, around 90% of the people there will address you in English. They will answer your questions in English, so you will be able to communicate. And sometimes this is a barrier if you go to a country that especially on the public offices where you need to solve your problems, get answers. That can be a challenge. So probably we know that our teams on the ground can communicate in Latvian as well. It's much more easier, but also we know that they are able to communicate in very good English as well. Okay, so the next slide. So what is the eligibility criteria in Latvia? So you have three options in Latvia to obtain your golden visa through investment. So you have the real estate option, okay, which you can invest 250,000 euros in a purchase of a real estate unit, okay. This program is not so trendy, let's call it like that, as you have other options across Europe that provide you on the same price point, the same benefits. Then you have other two options in Latvia where you can invest to obtain the residency permit. So you can invest to increase the share capital of a Latvian company or create your own company. So the first way, there are two options in this option, if I may. Option one is to invest 50,000 euros in a Latvian company, okay, in the increased share capital of that company. But this creates a challenge on our point of view, because this has a limitation of the maximum investors or new shareholders in that company is 10, meaning the company would only be able to raise 500,000 euros. And of course, as you know, most of the investors are looking for a safe place to, let's call it, park their money, obtain the residency, get some ROI if possible, but they don't want to lose the money. And this is the biggest challenge when you are investing in a company. And typically we are talking in this 50K option about small business owners that owns like little small restaurants, small car wash deals, and other companies like that don't offer that stability, financial stability. And for a lawyer, if he has to make a due diligence for his client, it will be a nightmare trying to find a good company, a small company that can provide some comfort on the investment on behalf of his client. So for us, this would not work. Also, that company on the 50K option needs to comply with the payment of 40,000 euros per year to the state. Okay, if the company does not comply, the investor risks on losing his card and also lose, of course, his investment if the company defaults. So this option is available, of course. You will find many options like this, but option two, which is the one that we probably say were the first ones to start in Latvia, although it has been available for more than 10 years, it has not been used yet because it demands a lot of effort and investment from the part of the developer. That's where we came in. So this option of 100,000 euros, the criteria to be eligible is that the company, of course, needs to be a Latvian legal established company and needs to match three criteria. It needs to have a minimum of 50 employees, 10 million annual turnover, and generate 100,000 euros in taxes per year. So this is a challenge, of course, for most companies, because literally they need to invest and they need to put their own money, minimum 10 million euros, into this company when we're starting this company. So our commitment was exactly that. So our company in Latvia, it's called L Hotels Latvia, has a social capital of 11.9 million. We have more than 50 employees, so we have around 62, and you are generating more than 100,000 euros in taxes. Apart from this, to provide even more confidence and comfort to our investors, we also have a collateral project, let's call it like that, inside the company. So L Hotels Latvia, which is the company, if you decide to invest, you will become a shareholder of this company, also owns a real estate property in Portugal, a touristic resort, which will be operating this summer under the brand Wyndham Residencies that Bandy showcased before, and it's worth 23 million euros. So the risk here is putting 100,000 euros versus the developer that already deployed almost 12 million and has also a real estate collateral inside the company of 23 million. So we believe that this is an option. This is why this is having tremendous success, because investors see that, okay, finally there is an option that provides me some confidence and comfort in securing my investment. So Luxe One, what is Luxe One? Basically, as also was stated before in the beginning of the presentation, we are, besides being real estate developers and working in the immigration sector and having our own construction company, we are also hoteliers. So we operate hotels, and in Latvia Luxe One will be focused on operating smart technology, smart hotels. So basically, we will provide our hotels with new experiences for our guests. Okay, so to just don't open just another hotel, but a hotel that can provide different experiences with AI technology included in this hotel. So going straight to the point, as I mentioned before, we are talking about 100,000 euros investment into to increase the share capital of the company. So basically, the investor buys shares of the company and becomes a shareholder of the company. We have two categories of shares inside the company. Category A, which is TLG Global, let's call it like that, the guys that put almost 12 million in the project. And then we have the minority shareholders that are putting 100,000 euros into the same company. Category B are investors. They don't have any voting rights in the company, but also they are not liable for any debt or any other costs that may arise in the company operation. So, telling it clean, 100,000 euros is the only investment they have to make apart from the donation, but that goes to the state, not to us, but to the company, just 100,000 euros. And after 5 years, they get the 100,000 euros back. Simple as that. Okay. There are no other costs, added costs, like, for example, in the option of the 50,000 euros. Most of the times, they keep asking the investors to, oh, this year we cannot pay the taxes, so you need to come up with more money. This year, you need to pay the lawyers or accounting, this and that. So in our option, that does not happen. Okay. Also, apart from that, in Latvia, the requirement physical stay. Basically the law says that you don't have a minimum days of requirement to stay in the country. Like in Portugal, you have 7 days per year, but in Latvia, the temporary residency permit is given for a period of 5 years. But the residency card has an expiration date, so it's valid for 1 year. So every year you need to go to Latvia to renew your card. But we provide you a benefit that you have a 7 days free stay per year in any of our hotels. You can use them in Latvia, or you can use them in Portugal as well. Okay. There is also a path to achieve the passport or a citizenship after 10 years. Okay. So this is a path that I be happy and our team be happy to explain further in a one-to-one call if that's your goal. But the possibility is there. Let me just say that the temporary residence is given for a period of 5 years and can be renewed. Okay, so you can keep renewing your temporary residency in Latvia, or you can choose the way to achieve the citizenship, which will require more investment of time and not more investment of money. So in Portugal, you invest more money to achieve the citizenship. It's 500,000 euros. In Latvia, you will be needing to invest more of your time. So you'll be needing to spend much more time in Latvia than in Portugal. As I mentioned also, we provide 100% guaranteed buyback. There has to be a 10,000 donation made to the state budget, okay? On the moment of after you get your approval, you make this donation. If you wish to renew after 5 years, the donation is 5,000 euros. But this is including the entire family, okay? So just to finalize this slide, we are targeting this window of opportunity with these benefits, reaching 100 clients into the project, okay? So one other thing that's important, it's also the processing times in Latvia. We are talking about from 2 weeks to 2 months to have your card approval, okay? Your application approved. If you look into Portugal, unfortunately, now it's taking 2 to 3 years to get an approval from the authorities in Portugal. So this is what I call the fast track residency by investment program, which is Latvia and which is the one that we provide. And we give you full support among the entire 5 years, meaning when you need to renew, you just need to tell us when you want to renew, and we'll take care of scheduling all the appointments, take care of all the documents, and just schedule for you to go to the PMLP office, put your signature there, and you can go home again. Next slide, please. So the structure already explained you. So this is just a something that can be more visible. But as I was mentioning, Our company is L Hotels Latvia, which we have 2 subsidiaries as well. So the minority shareholder invests the 100,000 euros. This company owns the collateral project Wyndham Residencies in Lisbon. Okay. Then this company, as I mentioned before, will invest in smart hospitality projects in Latvia. So the first one will be a 4-star hotel in the center of Riga. We have already shortlisted some options, but yes, ultimately you will be a co-owner of the hotel in Portugal and also a co-owner of the hotel in Riga, because the owner of these assets is L Hotels Latvia. Next slide. In terms of documentation process, so also to try to be as much resumed as possible, it's pretty simple, the process. First, we start with the of course the KYC with the possible investor, and he sends us the copy of his passport and proof of address. With that, we sign a reservation agreement of 10,000 euros, and our legal and processing team will, of course, take care of making all the contracts, the investment agreement, so they can be reviewed, and the investor can sign the contract and invest the 100,000 euros into the company. The reservation, of course, is refundable 100%. Okay. With this document, we will register the shareholder as the investor as a shareholder in the company. So we'll register him at the business register in Latvia, and this will generate a code that he will need that to apply for the residency. Okay, so for the residency, correct. The temporary residency and the application can be submitted either in Latvia directly or at the embassy or the country that the person is living. Okay, so in terms of documents, we just need that, and of course you'll be needing the police clearance certificate and also two photographs of the applicants, and it can include spouse, wife or husband, and children under 18. Okay, if we include these dependents, the other documents that are necessary is the birth certificate and the marriage certificate. Going to the cost calculator, this is something really important for, of course, for who is investing. So as I mentioned, we have a 10,000 reservation, which is refundable. So the investment in total is 100,000 euros. So in the next slide, you will be seeing that the overall costs of the application, we are talking about including the 10,000 euro donation, we are talking about 12 to 13,000 euros for the whole 5 years for the main applicant. So, for example, just in Portugal, just to get one card, we are talking about almost 7,000 euros, and you need to get 3 cards, within the 5-year program. If you have dependents, so this cost can sometimes raise until 20, 30,000 euros just in cards and other fees. But in Latvia, you are talking about, if you're talking about a family of 3 people, the total cost, including the donation, should be around 15,000, 16,000 for the entire 5-year program. Okay, we can then share this presentation. You can look in detail to the costs, but keep in mind that per dependent, on average, we're talking about 1,000 euros, 1,500 per dependent for the entire 5-year program, counting with all the renewals, with the medical insurance. You need to have a medical insurance with a minimum of 46,000 euros cover. If you have already one that works in Latvia, it's okay, you don't need a new one. If you don't have, we're talking about 75 to 80 euros per year per person for this medical insurance in Latvia. So it's pretty affordable to make the application, comparing, of course, with other programs that we know. In the next slide. Thank you. In the next slide, I'm just going to speak also about other possibilities of investment, as we have mentioned here before. So, which is Portugal, which is the country I am right now. I'm in Lisbon, in our headquarters in Portugal. And for me, it's still one of the best options in the world of residency by investment. It's not the most affordable one, but it's for sure one of the best ones. So Portugal law changed in 2023, so there is no longer the possibility to obtain a golden visa by investing into real estate. Okay, there is no way for you to achieve that, but there are other options that you can get there. As Dr. Ajmera mentioned before, there are options of donations in other projects in programs. Portugal as well. You have the 250,000 euro possibility of donation, and you also have the investment route. This investment in Portugal now has double almost the price that was like 2 years ago. So now it's 500,000 euros, and you need to invest in investment funds. Okay, so I'm here to talk to you a little bit about our investment fund. As you know, we are a licensed asset manager in Portugal, and we have our own investment fund eligible for golden visa. Okay, so our fund will invest in energy efficiency. We'll invest in hospitality, but we'll also have very strong sustainability environmental policy. So our fund will invest also in smart hospitality, because this is what we do. We are real estate developers and hoteliers, so we know what we are doing. And as we also mentioned before in the previous funds that we have, like Class in Business and Oasis, our internal rate of returns has been between 14% to 18%. So our expected target to deliver to our investors is a minimum of 12% of dividends per year. Okay, so this is the expected ROI, taking into consideration that we have previously managed funds with 14 and 18%. If you can go to the next slide. As I mentioned, the annual target yield is 12% to deliver to our investors. The management company charges 1.5% per year management fees. The minimum to invest, in category A, I will explain you, we have 4 categories of investment, 4 categories of participation units, because when you invest in investment funds, for those that are listening to us and are not familiar with the concept, basically you invest into an investment fund, which is managed by a management company, and this fund will raise the capital, then they will deploy the capital in order to generate profit, and then splits the dividends amongst all of its investors. So the minimum investment in category A of participation units is 250,000 euros minimum investment. In this category, it's the preferred category. We are delivering a fixed ROI of 2.89%. Okay, so basically, you have the security of I have parked my investment there, 250 or 500,000. Okay, because to be eligible for the golden visa, you need to invest 500,000 into investment funds. But we do not oblige our investors to park the entire money in our fund if they wish to diversify. For example, if an investor says, okay, I wish to diversify and also invest in agriculture funds, for example, that way, makes me feel more comfortable. Not a problem. You can still get your golden visa, invest 250,000 euros with us, and you can search for other funds that give you the same confidence to invest with them in other sectors if that's what you are looking for. Okay. So in this category, on the last 7 years, we provide you also a fixed ROI of 7%. Also, assure you that you have a secured investment and return of your investment made, okay, where there is an option that you can resell your participation units, and we can assure you this obligation to buy after the 6th year. Okay, so basically works as Latvia, okay, where you have the security of return of your first investment and the security of your dividends per year. In the next slide, we will see the different categories that we have. So category B, category C, and category D. So category B, I will call it for the regular common investor, okay? So basically in this category, we don't have a fixed ROI. The dividends are split according to the fund's performance. As I mentioned before, our target is to deliver 12% per year, but our track record shows 14 to 18%, okay? But in this case, okay, you are an investor investing in the fund. This is a venture capital fund. There are always risks associated, okay, in any fund in the world. But this is the type of investment for those investors that, okay, I really believe in this project and I know I can get higher returns, and I will put my money with no guaranteed ROI because I believe I can get more. And why did we open this category? Because we first launched and started this product just specifically for our Golden Visa investors. As was mentioned before, we have made more than 1,000 applications in the past, in 2023, for the Portuguese Golden Visa. And we opened this category because we also have other type of investors that they are not looking for the Golden Visa, but they would like to invest with us due to our previous track record. So this is an option. This is not just for Golden Visa investors, but you can be a person looking for a Golden Visa and decide to put 50% in category A and 50% in category B. So you can diversify also your investment and the risk, of course, associated. Category C, it's for our EXIM advisors. So our partners that wish also to invest in our investment fund. The minimum investment here it's lower, it's 10,000 euros, okay? And category D is our own money that we are putting also in the fund. So also in Latvia, we have invested our own money to create the project. In this fund, we are also investing from our own money with our investors as well. Okay, so going quickly on the Golden Visa process. So the process starts, we start with, of course, the contract signing, okay? We take care of the Portuguese tax number here in Portugal. We need to have one. The bank account opening is not mandatory, okay, to open a bank account in Portugal. So you can transfer directly the funds, your funds, into the fund. But on the long run, we advise you to have a Portuguese bank account, even to pay for the renewals and the cards every time you come to Portugal, okay? So this is our suggestion, okay? After you have signed the agreement, you transfer the funds, okay? And then you will have a letter from the management company of the fund confirming that you have invested this amount into that investment fund, and also from the depository bank, which is Bison Bank, confirming that with that, we will provide and submit your application to IMA, the Portuguese authorities, in order for you to apply for your Golden Visa in Portugal, okay? So then it's given the first residency card. Temporary residency card is issued following the submission of the biometrics, and it's valid for 2 years, okay? Then you have to renew and get your second residency card in Portugal, which is valid for 3 years, so the 5-year program. At the end of the renewal, you can, and you have the permanent residency, you obtain that, you can apply for the citizenship, which will give you the passport in your hand, and you are a Portuguese citizen and a Portuguese passport holder. Documentation, also pretty easy. KYC, we need to make a KYC, copy of the passport, proof of address, and the tax ID in Portugal. As I mentioned, we take care of that for you here in Portugal. Then the power of attorney, that to give you rights to take care of also all the documentation. And then we need to send us the proof of employment, your bank statements, sign the management regulations, and if you are from the United States, the WF form. Going straight to the investments and savings before the costs. So on category A, just to give you some highlights, if you stay 7 years, your returns in the fixed ROI will be around 100,000 euros, okay? So 500 plus the 100 because you have the 500 back. And if you stay into the maximum term, you have 200,000 euros of ROI, which is an average of 3.64%, okay? So in terms also of savings, subscription fee, we do not charge the subscription fee to our investors, okay? So typically in Portugal, the subscription fee of an investment fund is around 1.5%. So if you've been investing in another fund, you'll be spending 7,500 euros if you invest 500,000 euros in that fund. Also, as you need to come to Portugal, this is a mandatory to come to Portugal to comply with the law 7 days per year. So there are a lot of hotels that you'll be having to pay, unless you have a cousin or a friend that could, host you and your family. This is also costs, okay? And we are talking about 5 years, 7 days per year coming to Portugal. But investing with us, you are welcome to stay in our hotels free of charge, okay? And there are no block dates. So as long as we have availability, you're welcome to stay in the summer, in the winter, whenever you want. In any of our hotels, we don't have just one. So as you know, we will have 600 rooms in Portugal in the next 1.5 years. So you'll be welcome to 1 year you can stay in one hotel, in the other you can stay in the other, and so we will be happy to receive you there. So in the next slide, going to the comparison between Portugal and Latvia. So this is also a presentation that will be shared to you. But just to finalize my presentation, if we talk about the minimum of investment between Portugal and Latvia, we're talking about 500,000 euros in Portugal versus 100,000 euros in Latvia. But let me tell you one thing, that this can also be an option if you wish so, because some of the investors, okay, I have the funds, I could invest in Portugal, I have more than 500,000 euros, I am comfortable with that, but I don't want to wait 2 or 3 years to get my mobility. I don't want to wait 2 or 3 years to get my first residency card and wait, have my money parked there with no mobility, no access to Europe. So we offer a combined solution. You can apply in Latvia and in Portugal at the same time. Latvia gives you the card in 2 months maximum. And once the Portuguese card is released here, we provide you a full buyback. You don't have to wait the 5 years. So this provides you fast-track mobility to Europe and the guaranteed passport after the 6th year. So in terms of residence, the requirement in Portugal, we are talking about 5 years, an average of 7 days stay per year. And in Latvia, as I mentioned, 1 day per year, okay? There is a way to citizenship in Portugal. Also, there is a way to citizenship in Latvia. As I mentioned, in Portugal, the way is you need to invest more of your money. In Latvia, you need to invest more of your time. Basically, that's it. Both of them give access to Schengen, of course. And in terms of processing time, this is the key point here. We are talking about 24 to 30 months in Portugal of processing times for the approval of your application. And you are talking about 15 days to 2 to 3 months in Latvia to get your mobility, okay? Also, we have some tax benefits in Portugal and Latvia, but I will let you also, after this meeting, we'll share the presentation and you can look into this into more detail, okay? So the next slide. I believe it's our last slide. And over to you, Bendy. Sorry, I talked so much. I just love to talk about this. I could be here all day.
No, thank you so much, Carlos, for sharing all that information. I know it was a way big stuff to share, but much needed. So thank you so much for sharing. In fact, regarding the previous slide that we have, where we were trying to compare between Latvia and Portugal, I would also like to invite our other speakers, Mr. Gopal Kumar and Dr. Ajmera, to kindly join in, and share your point of view as to not only Portugal and Latvia, but if there are any other programs that you want to talk about, or share more light about even for these two programs. So, we can have like a healthy discussion and throw some more light on this topic about what Carlos was explaining. So please feel free and Carlos.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Yes.
So basically also one of the things which most of the investors should realize is that when you're making an investment either for Portugal or Latvia, there is no language requirement, there is no education requirement. You do not need any kind of a work experience or a business experience of running and managing. Age requirement is also not there. A minimum age requirement is also not there. So which are the requirement in so many other programs are there. Like I was other day dealing with a client, he wanted to go to Canada. He had all the requirements under the business categories to make his case, but his education was only 10th pass. So it was only high school. He was not even a high school graduate. So he could not qualify because in Canada, you have a minimum requirement of high school, which is in India, we call it a 12th pass. So you need that one. Also, we have a lot of clients from Punjab and also from Gujarat, where they are very successful businessmen. They want to go out of the country for the better future of the children, for the business expansion, the better quality of life. But their English is not that great. And initially, they are facing a difficulties that they do not want to sit for the IELTS exam, which is again a requirement in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. So in those cases, this Latvia and Portugal provides a better options. Again, in respect of the age group, because many people, whether they are in India or in the neighboring countries, when they are working in Singapore, Hong Kong, Bangkok, in UAE, now they are at the retirement age, or they are about to retire between 55 and plus, and they want to have a residency of one of the country. They are holding their home country passports, and they want to have this too. So this kind of a visa can be held or used as a retirement visa for those people, and that's why it's quite popular, particularly Latvia and the Portugal's European Golden Visa. So these are the obvious advantage you have it in a particular situations compared to the other ones. Other programs you might be thinking, yes, everybody think about the Canada or America, that's the dream destinations, but it may not be feasible. Then you want to look at the program like Portugal's and Latvia. It has its obvious advantages, and every program, I'll say that it has its advantages and disadvantages. Again, you have to assess it in your own background, that what is suitable or what is fit for me.
Exactly. Very rightly said, because, if we talk about other visas, so, for example, be it a work visa or any other visa for that matter, there are a lot of requirements that one needs to fulfill. As you were mentioning that, okay, qualification or, in these kind of visas, even you cannot take your family along, in most cases. So I think this, residency by investment is one opportunity for everybody who do not have a very high qualification, but they have, the investment to invest, and they can take their family along with them easily. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Ms. Dr. Ajmera. Mr. Gopal Kumar, please, we would like to hear your view also on this topic, please.
Sure. I'd just like to add, about the timeline. So, if you just compare, say, Portugal and Latvia, depending on the need of the client, whether it's a short-term requirement to move, to actually physically move, or whether it's like a long-term strategy to eventually gain citizenship and then have a backup option for the children, or to move later and be in any country in Europe and not just Portugal. So even so, for a short-term option, say Latvia will be just in 2 weeks to 2 months that residency option could be available. But if the client doesn't actually want to move but just want to secure it, perhaps their children are currently studying in India, but they want a backup for the longer term. In that case, Portugal might be better, because as they say, it's like a 24 to 30 months processing time. But then this processing time counts towards the citizenship requirement of 5 to 6 years. So it's not that it's 5 years starting from when it's approved. It's 5 years starting from when you apply for it. So if the eventual goal is to give up your current citizenship, for example, if your current country only allows single citizenship and not dual citizenship, then say Portugal is a good option. And I just wanted to add regarding the language. So even though the golden visa doesn't require any language, but if the investor wants to eventually convert to a permanent residency or citizenship, then a basic level of the language requirement would be there. So just the shorter horizon versus the longer horizon. And of course, for Latvia, in the Indian context, given every individual has a statutory limit by the government of around, under the liberalized remittance scheme of around $250,000 US. So that's really enough for even one entity or one individual to transfer as far as Latvia is concerned. But in case of Portugal, it kind of needs to be split among different entities to meet the entire 500,000 euro option. So more about the capital transfer and the timeline as far as just the comparison between these two programs are concerned.
Yes, absolutely. As you rightly said. So I would just like to share that when we talk about the timeline, for the processing of the residency in Latvia, we have witnessed, so we launched this program in February this year. And in March, we had our very first client who registered with us in Feb. And he and his family received residency within 9 days. So from the time that he submitted the application till the time he received the residency, it took just 9 days in Latvia. So we have seen this real-time scenario happening in front of us. So as you were rightly saying that, when we talk about residency, I think Latvia is faster. But again, the path towards citizenship in Latvia is a little longer compared to Portugal. So the 5-year period to start for the citizenship starts from the time your application was submitted. Though the legal degree still needs to be released by the government, but nevertheless, this law has already been passed, fortunately. So thanks so much, Dr. Kumar, Mr. Gopal Kumar, for sharing that. Any of the speakers, please feel free to share if you have any other views. If you want to share anything, yes.
I will just like to not add, but agree also with Dr. Ajmera. At the end of the day, it depends, of course, on what are the investor goals. Okay, so we all defend and stand by our product and projects, but one thing we do not do to our investors, if this is not the product for him, it's not the product for him. His product can be another program. So we feel that we have a really good product, but again, agreeing. First, we need to understand the real goals. If he's looking, and also Mr. Gopal Kumar also talked about this, is if you're looking for a fast program, for residency, fast mobility, or is he looking for the long term? So we have several programs that you can look into it. I agree that Portugal, yes, provides you with a clear path to citizenship. It's there, okay? But on the other way, you also know that you have to wait 2 years to start using. It's like going to the stand, buying a car, and the salesman says, hey, you have to wait 2 years to, start using your new car. So, of course, this is a kind of a joke, but it is like this. And we have, on the other hand, investors that, okay, I bought the car, I want to use the car right now. This is what Latvia provides to you. If your goal is to have mobility, and into the Schengen area, it provides you almost immediately. Portugal provides you the solution.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask you a question, Carlos.
Of course.
Sorry. I think we are repeating again and again the same thing. Can you just, for the benefit of all the viewers and explain how the process will work in terms of the transferring the money from in India to Latvia in terms of the financial regulation in India? So can you explain that process, or can you see that how the money is to be transferred? Is it to be transferred to the trust account? It is transferred to the company account? Is it transferred to the lawyer's trust account? How does it work? Can you explain that one, please?
I'm sorry, Dr. Ajmera, if you don't mind, I just lost connectivity. I didn't hear your question. Would you mind repeating?
So, one of the challenge I think Indian clients would like to hear about is because of our currency restriction in India. In every country, I've dealt with the different situations and different things. So I'd like to hear from you that when it comes to the Indian clients who are in mainland India, they are not in Dubai or outside India, but they're in India. So because of our currency restrictions, money has to be transferred in a certain ways, otherwise it doesn't happen. So for the Latvian regulation requirements, how the money has to be transferred from the investor's own account in India to Latvia directly in your company account. It would be created a trust account. It would be created a separate account for the clients in the client's name, and that's how being transferred. Out of the three, which one does it work, or all the three works, or is only one work? That's what I wanted to know.
Great question. So the law in Latvia says that they need to transfer the funds into the company's account. Okay. So as they are buying a share of the company, the money needs to be transferred from the main applicant. He has to be one of the account holders into the company's account. Okay, so this account, the company account, we have account, of course, bank account in Latvia, but let me also tell that we also have a bank account in Dubai. That sometimes for money transfers coming from India, Pakistan, and other countries, it's much more easier process than transferring to Europe in terms of compliance and delays. Okay, so we also opened our bank account in the name of L Hotels Latvia in Dubai. It's operational, and we just received 2 clients today into that same bank account. Okay, so the process is that, so they transfer directly, okay, to the bank account. Also, we have a client that is also deciding on that. He asked us if you could transfer. Let's imagine if you are the one of the owners of the company, or the owner of your company, and you have the funds in your company. Okay, we have just applied. Let me tell you, we're expecting to receive the approval next week. Hopefully, we'll give you good news, but nothing in the law says the other hand. Okay, that you can apply by, if you are an owner of the business, from the company bank account in the name of the owner, okay, or the shareholder of that company, and he can be the beneficiary of the residency program. Why am I telling you this? And this will also depend on each country, if they allow to do this or not. That will depend in each country law. We can then look into each country law, of course, but the Latvian law will allow this, because sometimes investors have their money parked more in, they are the business owners, and the transfer for the same account, it's not easy, or it's not so tax, let's call it efficient.
Tax advantages.
Yeah, tax advantages. Thank you. So this is also an option, okay? But you need to look case by case, depending on the country where they have the company established, if it allows to do that investment, into another company in Europe. But if it's allowed, it's also an option.
See, in India, the way in which it's going to work is for the clients, that where the money is going to be transferred from the personal account of the investors, because that's what the Indian LRS system is, liberalized remittance schemes, from which they can transfer up to 250,000 US dollar per year per person. I'm sure that you are aware of it.
Yeah.
So it has to come from the principal investors personal bank account, not his company account or anything, because that goes under the altogether different categories of the transfer. And that's where if the money is transferred from the company's account, then the company has to show that the company is making an investment into an TLG company in Latvia and becoming a shareholder. So that's altogether different categories where money is being transferred under the Indian law I'm talking about. Whereas if you do the LRS, that means liberalized remittance schemes, that means I've taken the money from my saving, my shares or my companies or dividend, profit, salaries, whatever it is, I've taken it to my personal account. And from that personal account, I'm going to the bank and say that, look, now personally, Prashant Ajmera is becoming a shareholder of the TLG Latvia Limited or incorporations, and I am going to be the shareholders of that company. Probably could be 1%, 10%, 5%, half a percent, quarter of a percent, whatever it is. And that document would be required from you to show it to the bank that I am personally making an investment. Then only it will be allowed to be transferred from India to Latvia or Dubai, wherever we are doing it, doesn't matter. Preferably the Indian bank, if I'm saying that I'm becoming shareholders in a Latvian company, they will not allow me to transfer to Dubai account. They will say that we need a bank account in Latvia, in Riga.
Well, we have that also, but for Latvian, well, that's a good question. I don't know. We had successfully onboarded the Indian clients already. They had successfully transferred from their own personal account, okay, and they are successfully now being registered as a business, as a shareholder in the company, because the funds need to come first.
So if it is individual, right,
yeah.
If it is individuals, there is no problem, but not from the company. It will not happen from the company. And as far as the source of fund is concerned, I know it's obviously it's not as complex as EB5 in USA or the Canadian program, which is like basically splitting the hairs into 10. But what kind of a source of funds or documents they expect? Like just a bank statement? That's about it.
they expect, of course, we do the KYC, and they expect a minimum of 3 bank statements. Where also for the application, this is also important information. They need to show, the main applicant need to show a balance of at least 9,000 euros in the account. Okay, and this balance needs to be at least with 3 months. Okay. So this is to show that he has the means to support himself in Latvia, and for dependent 3,000 euros. Meaning, if you have a family of 3, we are talking about 9 plus 3 plus 3, 15,000 euros that you need to show in the main applicant bank account. Okay, and of course the 3 bank statements, 3 to 6, depending. They have some countries that are, in a let's call it in a list that requires more due diligence. Okay. So what they do, it takes a little bit of more time to perform that due diligence. We all know how that works.
Yeah, I know, Carlos. It's the day after tomorrow. I'm doing presentations first time in Nigeria, and I'm scared because the Nigeria, it has its own reputation with the documentations and everything. And this is like one of the online money transfer company who has invited me to speak on residency and citizenship. And I know they're going to ask me tough questions. And it's always a challenge to do it in a new jurisdictions to transfer. When it comes, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying that the conversation is becoming very, very interesting, and a lot of points are being discussing, but taking the time consideration into account, we are already exceeding the 1 hour time. But nevertheless, we are most welcome, Dr. Ajmera. So if you or Mr. Gopal Kumar can share as to how our viewers or whoever is watching us on LinkedIn or who will be watching the video on YouTube probably, how can they get in touch with you so that, if they want to go ahead with their, it could be residency or citizenship or any program for that matter?
My mobile number in India, I'm based in Ahmedabad, India, in Gujarat state. My mobile number is, office number is +91 9974 253030, or at email address info@ajmeralaw.com, or you can reach at my website www.ajmeralaw.com, and that's the way you can reach it. And if you can't find it anything, just Google my name, Prashant Ajmera. You will hit enough information about me on the net. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That's amazing. We will definitely share this information on our social media also, that more and more people can connect with you, not just to proceed with the application, but so that you can share the immense knowledge and the everything that you know about so many programs for that matter. So thank you so much for sharing, Mr. Gopal Kumar. If you would also like to share, how our viewers can get in touch with you.
Sure. So, details about me can be found on gopalkumar.com, and also by email goldenvisa@gopalkumar.com.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. So with this, we would like to thank all our esteemed speakers.
Hello?
Yes, Carlos. Carlos? I think Carlos is facing some... Carlos, you're saying something?
I got frozen for a while, I think.
Yes.
But no, please. I think my internet is not so good. Sorry.
Yes, no worries. So we would also like to share, how you can get in touch with us as well. So Mateen, if you can share the screen, please. So the last slide.
Well, if you allow me, as you are showing, they can also meet us in Mumbai in May.
Yes.
So we will be in the IREX event, of course, but also the contacts, and we of course share the presentation. On the slide you can see the presentation. We have our contacts.
Yes. Yeah. So you can either write to us on the email given here, info@thelakhani.group.com, or visit our website tlgglobal.com, or call on this number. There are a lot of other numbers also on the website if you visit, and you can sign in very easily to our data room. This is specifically for Latvia, but we also have for Portugal as well. We can share that information also with you. So just log in with this, with your very simple, with your email ID, and that's it. You get access to everything that is needed for Latvia program. So please feel free to connect with us, Kalosh, me, Dr. Ajmera, Mr. Gopal Kumar, and we all are here to take your journey to European residency, citizenship, across with you. So with that, thank you once again for joining us today. Thank you, Dr. Ajmera, Dr. Mr. Kumar, Kalosh, and our team, back-end team who is here to support us each and every time. Thank you so much, for your time for today's webinar. Thank you.
very
Have a
much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for your presence at our webinar. Thank you.
The Lakhani Group Global, crafting the future of hospitality in venture capital.